What's going on, you guys? Oh, man. The darkness always comes to the light. The truth always reveals itself in the end. And like I've been saying for the longest time, all this shit is just a smoke screen. Bullshit, right? All of it. The 70-30, the 60-40, everything was just a smoke screen and an excuse. Now we see the persons come out for this fight with Errol Spencer and Dennis Ugas. Something that fans been kind of waiting to, low key, just kind of waiting to see, right? Just to kind of wait and see. And of course, it looks like Terence Crawford is the man to fight in the welterweight division. Hit that like button for your boy as you come on into the dojo. Please take off your shoes before you step onto the mat. We got some shit to talk about. But before we talk about this stuff, we got a few other things to talk about that's been going on in the boxing community. Of course, we have to talk about some of everything else before we talk about the main topics. I'm gonna wait till some more people get in the building. Salute to everybody in the building early. Let's see who's in here. Salute to WJ Luckett in the building early. He says, hell yeah, Bushido. I've been waiting to hear you cook on this topic. Spence can't say nothing else to Bud about no 60-40, 70-30, or whatever we give you. Spence is not the cash cow at 147. Bud is. Facts, bro. Facts. Salute to Postman in the building. Carlos Williams, Martin Machine, Boxing Brain 187, Jose Diaz, salute. Oh, wow. Hold up. He says, salute, Bushido. Note in chat, chainsaw give me 16 stitches in my head. I'm off for 2 weeks going crazy here at home. Wow. Damn, man. I'm glad you're okay, bro. Shit, I was just watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Netflix. It was absolutely horrible, but I'm glad you're good, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's chainsaw stitches. Come on. Glad you're good, man. But yeah. Let me do something real quick before we get started. I may send a link out as well. Give you guys his thoughts on this because this shit isn't looking like a lot of cap. And I've seen it for a couple of days now. The purses, right? I seen it. But it's like I was just waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just waiting for it to expect it. I'm like, look, man, look what the hold on. Let me put it on the screen while I'm over here talking about it. I'm over here trying to get something set up real quick. Yeah, let me move this banner off. Yeah, so I'm sure a lot of you guys seen this already, right? But for those who haven't, this is what the alleged purses are for this fight with Errol Spencer and Dennis Ugas. Now, oh man. Yeah, I'm glad you're good, Jose, man. Glad you're good, man. Hey, yeah, see, Bora Horse, I know, right? The back end thing. There's always this back end thing. Back end. I mean, pay-per-view is the back end. So if the pay-per-view don't do good, they won't do good. And then as we see here, what is it? 50 pay-per-view shares, 50-50 split, bro. 50-50 split, bro. Come on, man. Why Errol Spence do that? Why he do that? Ugas getting a 50-50 split, bro. But for months, almost for what? About a couple of years, we've been hearing nothing but 60-40. That's all we've been hearing. 60-40, 60-40. Are you kidding me, bro? And then people act like Crawford like a broke fighter or some craziness, right? But it's looking like he's the one that's getting the bag. It's looking like Bud Crawford's the one that's really getting the bag out here. So what's really good? Right? Salute to the unapologetic truth. What's going on? I see you. Like, what's really good, man? Who's really getting the bag at 147? Because to me, it's looking like Crawford's getting that bag. Now, of course, the Spence fans and all these dudes, right? They'll come out and say, "Oh, well, the pay-per-view back end." That's the popular thing to say, right? But it's looking to me like Terence Crawford is getting these guarantees, and he's the one that's getting the bag at 147 all this damn time. Why these dudes faking the funk You know what I'm saying? Acting like they getting the bag over there. Yeah, they may get something on the back end. But shit, 1.5? Ugas getting $1 million for a unification fight, bro? What's really good? Right? 1.5. Crawford got a guarantee against Porter. Was like what, 7 million? 7 million or something like that? Something. Man, come on, man. I'm gonna wait till some more people get in before we really cook on this topic. I might send a link out too, let some people come on in here and give their thoughts on this, because this is some bullshit. For years we sat there and went back and forth with other box fans about 60-40s and shit, but guys like your Dennis Ugas, and y'all know I ride with Ugas, that's my guy. But let's be honest, he don't really have a big presence here in America. He don't, not like that. Not like a Terence Crawford. But guess what? Your Dennis Ugas is getting a 50-50 split. He's getting only $500K less than Errol Spence. So who's really the cash cow, bro? These narratives that's been pushed for years been just fallacies, just lies, just cat bullshit. For years, bro. Yeah, I don't understand how these numbers work. Boxing MMA 365. See, I'm not really a numbers guy, but I got lured into this number shit because this is what boxing fans like to talk about. So I got lured into it, right? So now I'm talking about it. He says, if Ugas gets 50%, then how do you have him getting 2.55? Hey, I saw this on the internet, bro. Okay? I saw this on the internet. But that's what I heard he's getting. Now, the pay-per-view share part might be wrong here. Like, if you let me send a link out, because I know y'all been surfing around getting information on this shit because, well, it's been a bunch of bullshit for the past 2 years. There's been a bunch of nonsense. I'm going to put the link in the chat if anybody want to give their thoughts on this. Hit that like button. We almost to 10,000 subscribers. We should be at 10,000 sometime today. He said Bud Crawford the cash cow. He is, bro. Bud Crawford's the cash cow, man. There's a new narrative. Terence Crawford's the cash cow at 147, bro. You said Cat shot it down yesterday, then what happened? Enlighten your boy before this stream continues, because this is what I got. Uh-oh. Look who's in the building.
What's up, y'all niggas? What's up, y'all? What's up, Bushido?
LT.
What's up? Y'all niggas don't know how to count. Y'all niggas don't know basic math.
Internet, bro.
Huh?
Explain explain the purposes of this fight.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. 1 million okay, let's just assume this is true, because we don't even know if this is true, but let's just go with it for this stream. It's true. First of all, 1 million to your Dennis Ugas, 1.5 million guaranteed to Spence. That is a 25% increase on Earl Spence's part. That is 65-35 split. When it comes to the pay-per-view, the total payouts, if it's $75 a pop, like we saw with the Keith Thurman fight, they're going to charge $75 a pop. Let's go with that. That's what they're going to charge. That means if it sells 100,000 pay-per-views, that's 7.5 million. And that's the max payout. So that means that it's not a 50-50, it's 50-50 split up into the 2.5 million. After they clear the range of 2.5 million, which is about around 50,000 pay-per-view buys, which they're going to do, then it becomes an increase on Earl Spence's part. That's 100% increase. That's twice as much. So how is that 50-50? It's 50-50 up into a certain point. After it reaches around 50,000 or more, then it starts to heavily lean towards Earl Spence's favor. Again, 100% increase. So you Negroes doing this Negro math with your fingers does not make sense. Where is the 50-50?
Hey, I'm just asking the question, right? Because I know you guys, you Spence fans, been really doing your homework and trying to really decipher this. And really, it looks like your Dennis Ugas he didn't go through no struggles, no public negotiations, no numbers, no nothing. Your Dennis Ugas got what he wanted out of this fight. He's getting $500K less guaranteed than Errol Spence Jr.
But look at the percentage split though, Bushido. That's a 75, excuse me, not 75. That's a 35% split for Ugas.
Yeah, but pay-per-view is
guaranteed. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But no, y'all niggas want to run with it. It's 50-50 though. Oh, it's 50-50. You see, Bud, he's the cash cow.
Oh man.
It's like, you see what I'm saying? Come on now, Bushido. Go ahead.
Look. I saw this on the internet, like I said, and I've been seeing people talk about it. I didn't really look too deep into it, but why this dude getting a guarantee at 1.5, bro?
Now let me tell you, that's a different debate. Listen, if that's true, I'm in the camp that I do believe PBC is having financial problems.
They gotta be.
They gotta be having, because that is a low guarantee for for a fighter that's bringing the most revenue. That is a low guarantee.
Bro, Errol Spence got the juice, right? Errol Spence got the juice at 147.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that got Texas behind him. He's the man at 147. All bullshit aside, right? But why in the hell is he getting a 1.5? No, I can't even accept that. This is a big fight. This is a unification fight. This is a fight for all the marbles. I know Ugas isn't a big draw like that.
Yeah.
But 1.5, then Ugas getting $1 million.
Look at Keith Thurman just got paid. His guarantee was half of what Spence was. I think it was like 750,000 or something like that.
Yeah, so clearly they're having financial troubles, or they are resetting the pay scale on these dudes.
They have to be.
They resetting the pay scale.
They're not, because they're not gonna guarantee these guys wild purses. These $3, $4, $5 million purses anymore.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Because when you think about it, they're in the clear profit. If Errol Spence, when he was doing 300 plus pay-per-view buys, that's what, about, I don't know. I'm kind of trying to do the math in my head right now, but when he was doing 300,000, if at $75 a pop, that's what's that? That's 700. That's 7 million for 100. If you sell 100,000 pay-per-views, that's $7 million in revenue. Or 7.5 million, depending if it's 75 or 70. So that's about times 3 be 21 million, roughly between 21 million and 30 million, roughly about 21, between 21 and 25. So with that being said, just over that, these guys are in to make a profit. And if you guarantee these guys a crazy purse, especially when the pay-per-view market's not hot right now, they're not gonna make too much of a profit.
Shit, they ain't making no profit off this shit.
They're not if they guarantee somebody a thing. And Dennis Ugas, even though he beat Pacquiao, it's not as big as fight as a Crawford would be.
I agree with that. I've been telling you guys, this is gonna be a huge bust for them. If this pay-per-view don't do well, this gonna be a huge loss for them. Now they gonna sell some tickets.
They're gonna sell. They're gonna make it up. Trust me, because all they got to do is crack 1 million. Excuse me, not 100,000, and that's the max payout for them in pay-per-view buys. All they got to do is crack 100,000.
But what's the price gonna be for the pay-per-view?
I don't know. I'm guessing 75 because they made Keith Thurman's 75.
That shouldn't even been 75. That should have been a $40 pay-per-view.
That should have been. That really should have been. I thought it should have been.
And this
than what it was.
A $75 pay-per-view because it's Spence, and it's a pretty, it's an important fight. So it deserves a $75 price tag. I ain't worried about that. But anything over that is
the guaranteed is 60-40. Leonard, pay-per-view is 50-50. You can't count, dude. Are you not listening? Am I speaking Chinese? It's 50-50 up until the point, and once they reach past 100,000 pay-per-views, it's gonna go towards Errol Spence's favor. Excuse me, that's the max payout. Excuse me. Once it reaches past 50,000 pay-per-views, it starts to heavily lean towards Errol Spence's favor. Go ahead, Bushido.
So Bud basically is the cash cow, bro.
He's the cash cow of getting high guarantees, yes. but not the cash cow when it comes to bringing in the revenue. No.
I mean, do we even really look into Crawford's revenue numbers? Honestly, no.
Look, he didn't even he almost did, but he didn't even sell out a small 12,000 seat arena.
Hell no.
His last fight with Sean Porter, it was very close to selling out, but it didn't sell out, and that's a small arena. That's how many seats I hold? About 12,000, about 13, no more than 13,000. That's a small arena. So if he can't sell out that,
Bud be packing a house, bro. I don't know.
He packs a house with small arena, sure.
Nah, bro.
But when it comes to 15,000 seats and
Whoa, what's going on,
16,000 seats,
Cheeto?
What's going on, Darren?
what is he doing?
Hey, man, I just want to see this. Hey, man, if this shit really what it is, man, ain't no way but it could be. Ain't no way but it could actually 60-40, man. If you're guaranteed 1.5, 2.5, 3 mil, man, Bud making over that. And another thing is this, too, you feel me? Why every time this nigga fight, this is a 3-belt unification fight, why this shit not in Vegas? Hell, why this shit ain't in Madison Square Garden? They put it in Spence backyard. Now, not knocking him, because I know he's gonna do good. He's gonna do good at Texas Stadium. But it's just, this shit seems so odd that this nigga always gotta fight at Dallas, man. Like, put that shit in Vegas.
You ain't lying.
Let's see if he can sell like the MGM like Bud did.
Hey, you know
How
what?
many seats can the MGM hold?
Spence is actually unproven outside of Texas, right?
That's not true.
Hey, yeah. I mean, I know he did good numbers at the Staples Center. He did good numbers at the Staples Center.
Thank you.
But
and Lamar Peterson down in New York, when that's last thing for New York, Lamar Peterson did good numbers as well.
They'll never do a show in Brooklyn again due to the better thing. So, that's null and void. But man, Spence last couple fights been in Dallas, man, and I want to see him do good just like everybody else. But like the 60-40 shit comes from the shit being that he sells out in his own city. Bud ain't been in Nebraska since 2018, and he's still selling out.
And Nebraska follows Bud.
And Nebraska follows him. The middle of America go where he at. You know what I mean? You know how far Nebraska is from New York City? You know how far Nebraska is from Cali?
I just want y'all to do this. And if you want to bring it up on your screen,
know what I mean?
just look up the tickets sold. Stop talking about selling out this small arena and this arena here. Look at how many tickets are sold. That's what you need to be doing. Look at the tickets sold.
Split up. Let me try to split up.
I think his highest ticket sold was like 13-something thousand, maybe, or around there. That's the highest he's ever done. 14,000, somewhere around there. Look, you go bring it up.
He's fortunate to fight in the Dallas Stadium Arena from Jerry Jones. I mean, that kind of works in Spence's favor, big time.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why he's a bigger name.
Is he really a bigger name? I don't really think so, bro. Is he? They're pretty close.
No, they're close. They're close. No, don't please. I'm not acting like this is they're night and day. All I'm saying is Spence is bringing in more revenue. And I just don't get, but it's like y'all try to see, here you go. See, it's 50-50 split. Y'all waiting for your aha moment. And what doesn't make sense is y'all not doing
this is
correct.
Spence do this shit every day. It's a back and forth.
It's like you guys are.
It's a back and forth between the fan bases, bro.
It is a back and forth, but it's ridiculous because y'all waiting any little information that even resembles 50-50. Oh, we gonna hop on this. Oh yeah, we gonna hop on this. We gonna make sure we go.
Man, look, like I said though, this exposes all that bullshit about him being some mega cash cow, and he's dwarfing Crawford in numbers, and that's all been proven to be a myth.
But how is that a myth? Because he got a low guarantee.
Yeah, they ain't getting the bag over there.
But I don't think he's no big pay-per-view star like Canelo or damn no sure no Pacquiao or Mayweather. But what I'm saying is he's bigger than Crawford though, and see that's what really matters when we're talking about in the welterweight division.
In a welterweight division or in boxing, because Crawford got more accolades, more fights. He got more knockouts than he got fights. I mean, come on, bro.
What does that have to do with being a star? See, that's what you Bud fans love to do. Y'all love to bring up accomplishments. What does that have to do with revenue?
Really a star? We barely see him, bro. Hold on,
What does that have to do with bringing in money? What does that have to do with putting asses in seats? What does that have to do with anything? But y'all love to talk about Terence Bud Crawford and his accomplishments.
Bro, he puts asses in seats too.
He's put, in small arenas.
Quote unquote bums.
In small arenas.
Small arenas?
Yes.
Has Spence ever fought at Madison Square?
I don't remember his fight ever being in Madison Square. I remember he fought in Brooklyn before. I don't know if he's fought in Madison Square Garden.
What's that? Used to always go to the Barclays or whatever they used to go to.
Barclays, yeah, I think he's done Barclays one time, but I don't think he's done Madison Square Garden.
Let's see, Errol Spence.
Look up, but Bushido, look up how many seats Madison Square Garden can hold. How many asses they can hold.
All right, let me look it up. It probably can't hold as much as a stadium in Texas.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But them seats are expensive as shit. Hold up, let me see. I think Madison Square is like 18 or something.
Here we go. Rebel Life Boxing. Here we go. Here we go, brother. Oh, Errol's numbers are inflated.
Damn. Hold up, man, because salute to Dirty Red for the super chat. He says the purse split thing was just a deflection to delay the fight until the right time. Shaking my head. It is what it is. Yeah, bro. Really, that's what it was. Hold on, I'm looking up these numbers. But that's what it was.
What's that, dude? Odie Loke Sports TV. See, I don't like Errol Spence because Errol Spence. That's it. I can tell he's from California, boy. I can tell a California accent. I can tell he has to be from California.
You know what, bro?
Yeah.
It ain't. Am I on like what the hell am I on over here? See, I'm not on this. I'm not on Google. That's why.
Oh, you can't see it.
Hold up. Because they asked the question, and you know.
But I mean, if y'all see, it'll be different if it was like 1 million guaranteed to both fighters and they both get a 50-50 pay-per-view split, then that would be okay. You know what I'm saying? That would make sense. Now,
I'm just saying, bro, and what probably a lot of the Crawford fans is saying is this looks like some bullshit, considering how dude was acting for the past 2 or 3 years.
It's bullshit that he's not getting a high guaranteed purse. That's bullshit. Now, that is something that's bullshit.
For Errol Spence, at least 3.
Huh? That's bullshit that he's not getting a high guaranteed purse. But with that being said, what's now bullshit is the proof is in the pudding when it comes to the numbers between Spence and Crawford.
Madison Square, 19,812 seats. It'll be hard to sell that out. He said 190 pay-per-view buys were inflated. No, they actually they knocked Crawford's numbers down. He didn't even get a chance to get his hand raised before fans was looking to see what his numbers was.
What are y'all doing? Wait, what are y'all doing right now?
We doing it. Hey,
we 2 months out the fight and y'all doing this already.
I told you it's a tit for tat, man.
It's gonna be like we 2 months out. We 2 months out and y'all were doing this already.
It's gonna be like this until they fight. But see, it wouldn't be like this if Errol Spence wasn't high siding on Bud. I hit that like button for your boy. If Errol Spence wasn't out here high siding on Bud for the better 3 years, it wouldn't be this, bro.
I was like, boy, why they have to come to this?
He's getting UFC. They're getting UFC pay, bro.
Why did they have to come to this?
Because Spence want the high side, man. Come on, you remember?
Now he's talking about, you get you get a low guarantee, all this, but it's not even. But none of these millions of dollars are going into y'all pockets. But then y'all,
it really ain't.
So,
but this is what we've been saying for years. Like, this money ain't going in our pockets. We don't care about the numbers. Just fight. This is what we've been saying for years. But now the truth comes out is that this dude ain't the cash cow like they've been claiming he is. He ain't the big, like, no. It's if anything, they're equal.
They're not equal. But y'all. This is Bushido. Check this out, brother. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all are not making no damn sense. Look at the numbers. 1.5 million. 1 million. I'll break it down slow. Real slow. 250,000. That's 25% of a million. 500,000. That's 50% of a million. 750,000. That's 75% of a million. 1 million. That's 100% of 1 million. 1.25, 1.2, and so on. Earl Spence is guaranteed 1.5. Your Dennis Ugas is guaranteed 1 million. How much the percentage difference is that, Bushido?
It's not a lot.
That's about 25%.
Yeah.
So is that 50-50 where Earl Spence is guaranteed?
I'm not talking about really the 50-50. I'm looking at just that low number, period.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's different. Then that's a total of a conversation. But what I'm saying is that's still not justifying. Y'all should be throwing digs at Spencer's getting a low pay-per-view price, but that's still not proving that your boy is selling more. That's y'all saying two different things. We're talking about who's going to sell more.
We're gonna see what Spence can really do when there's not a Mikey Garcia or Danny Garcia. We're gonna see what he can really do, man.
He sold more with Sean Porter. He sold twice as much with Sean Porter.
Salute to Rebel Life Boxing in the building. Y'all go subscribe to Rebel Life Boxing. What's going on, bro?
What's up? Hey, man, I'm just gonna say this. I've been biting my tongue on a lot of shit, but you know what? I'm just gonna let it all out real quick. I ain't gonna be long, but check it. Number one, I'm not a Bud fanboy. I support Bud. I never was a fan. I'm not a fanboy of nobody. You look all through my videos, you'll see me getting on Bud ass in the past for shit that I ain't like that he said, and I get on Errol ass more because Errol is in PC right now. He being protected, and I'm gonna say this: Errol a straight bitch ass nigga until I see him get in the ring, until I see them actually sit down and come to agreement. I don't believe nothing he say. He got to get on there and say what he said about he going other one. What's that? What's the other one?
Right.
What do you mean by the other one? Why he can't say name, bro? WBO Terence Crawford, call him out. So what I think is gonna happen after he fight Ugas, if he win, more than likely he will win. We'll see. They're gonna go in there and lowball your boy Bud, man. They're gonna lowball him, and then they're gonna say they're gonna blame Bud and say it was his fault. And then that's how the fight not gonna happen. Bud gonna drop the belt, get pushed out the division, and he gonna fight somebody like fucking Stanionis, and that's how he gonna be undisputed. That's how it's gonna happen.
So Rebel Life, if he offers him a 60-40 split, a fair 60-40 split, I don't want to hear no bullshit about if Bud doesn't take it. I don't want to hear no bullshit about Earl Spence, he's ducking him because he's offering him a low split because his 60-40 split is fair. Again, he's offering actually Dennis Ugas. His guaranteed purse is 25% more. So how is that? That's 70. That's what 35, 55. Oh, excuse me, my numbers are messed up right now. But so if he offers him a fair 60-40, is that and Bud doesn't take it? Are you gonna blame Earl still?
Nah, I actually look. If Errol get that third strap and he keep it at 60-40, which I know he ain't, they gonna push that shit to like 80-20. Watch, and they gonna lowball Bud.
I guarantee you they gonna push it to 80-20.
Yo, come back. Yo, I made a video on that shit. I guarantee, come back and we gonna see after this Ugas fight. Watch, they gonna say, he got the third strap. We gonna push it to 70-30 or 80-20. Watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they may try to flex on Bud, man. You know, they may try to flex on him.
Hey, Bushido.
I mean, we see he didn't even really call him out. He was like, what'd he say?
Yep.
We'll get the other one.
It's the other one.
He meant, right? You know what he meant. But
the other one.
Come on, you gotta say his name, bro. It's almost like he about to say Bud's name for the 5th time, like he Candyman or something, bro. Like, are you kidding me? He should have said what he should have said is that I'm about to come for Terence Crawford. It would have went viral.
Oh yeah, that would have heated up. Yep.
But he said the other one, so we had to kind of, we know what he meant. Another one.
But I mean, but Rebel Life, man, I'm willing to make a bet with you, bro, that Earl Spence is not gonna offer no 80-20 to Terence Crawford. I'm willing to bet money on that.
All right. Okay. We're gonna bet 100, man. I bet 100 on that. That's a promise.
All right.
Word, I'll cash that for that shit.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be no 80-20.
All right. So what you think he'll offer him 60-40 after getting that third strap? I don't think so.
Either 60s. All I'm saying is I know it ain't gonna be no 80-20. That's what I know it's not gonna be.
70-30.
That's more likely than 80-20. I won't bet on the 70-30, but I bet in the 80-20. They ain't gonna offer him no 80-20.
No, man.
I can understand, but anything less than that is trying to get him lowball him out of the fight.
Yeah.
It's too important. It's too important of a fight for boxing for him to really play those kind of games at this point.
Hey, Bushido, I guess, can you bring up the press one more time? Because I think people are kind of confused in the chat. They're trying to tell me and say, once again, Leonard, this guaranteed is 60-40. The split is 50-50. Pay-per-view split is 50-50. The total, no, it's not.
The purse was 1.5 for Errol, right, and 1 for Ugas. Shit, that's damn near 50-50 to me.
That's 1.5. How is that? That's 20. How is that 50-50? What is?
I didn't say that. I said that's damn near 50-50. What?
That's not. That to me, that's a decent 1.5 million. That's
strap.
I mean, that's
why Errol ain't getting like 2 million? Right?
So that, hey, Lenore, you think Earl Spence on a guarantee is worth 1.5?
Nah, I think it's worth a little bit more, but I think that PBC is not going to risk anything. You know what I'm saying? Look at what happened with Keith Urban. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how much that sold, but it didn't sound like it did too cool.
No, I did probably less than what they told us.
So I think just across the board, when you look at how much they're paying these fighters, not just Earl Spence, I don't think they're gonna pay these guys these purses and these big backings like they used to do.
Right. But Lenore, but check it though. So you saying 1.5 and 1 million ain't almost close like a 50-50?
No, it's what I'm saying is like look at the percentage. It'd be different if it was like 1 million and 1.25 or something like that. But 1.5 million, that extra 500,000, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that makes a difference when these numbers are this kind of low.
Bro, I'm gonna be real. I feel like this, man. I feel like every time it come to Bud, like it's always some kind of issue or something. It's always like they always play stupid or something, or it's like they stagnate when it come to Bud. And when it come to everybody else can get like 50 of this and 50 of that, but when it come to Bud, I think they know what time it is, bro. I think they know Bud got more. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Errol can fight, but they know that Bud, he gonna whoop him. If he whoop him, I'm leaning towards that, because at first I was leaning towards Errol, but after I started watching all of these fights going back and stuff, man, he gonna wash him, man. He gonna wash him, and then that's I'm telling you, that's what I think, bro. What I think.
But
fuck Errol, bro. Just word up. I'll tell you, fuck Errol. I'm out. How y'all niggas do?
All right, y'all subscribe to Rebel Life Boxing, man.
So, if that's a 60-40 split with 1.5 million and 1 million, like they say it in the comments, if that's a 60-40 split, how is that 50-50?
Y'all hit that like button for your boy. Hey, look, man, it's just people expecting Errol Spence to make a move. They expect him to go after Crawford. I mean, look, a lot of people even saying now that Spence is only going at saying this thing about he's partially calling out Bud, but they say he's only doing this because he has to, because guys like and Virgil Ortiz and all these young killers is on his heels. What do you think about that?
That's the thing that amazes me, because y'all are still forgetting the comments he made years ago talking about how he's gonna get all the belts on his side and then clean up Bud last. But y'all gonna spin it. Watch this. When Earl Spence gets past Ugas, or like I said, I always hear it from you Bud fans. When Earl Spence gets past Ugas and tries to make the fight, they're gonna say, you know what, Jerron Ennis pushed you into it. You were truly trying to fight him, and the only reason why is because you have these young killers on there. I guarantee you they're gonna say that. Even though the man's from the beginning, that's the whole argument we've been having since the beginning. Is he gonna be a man of his word?
Check this out. Check this out, Lenore. What
Yeah.
if this nigga? What if this? Because like I say, man, I like Spence, man. But what if this nigga be on this whole shit and try to fight Keith?
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna call. I'm gonna call that nigga on his BS. See, I'm gonna be I'm a straightforward shooter, man. I'm consistent.
Hold on, let me
I've
read
been
the
up.
super chat. Let me read the super chat. Salute to Truly Israel for the super chat. He says, first, I appreciate the platform, but Ugas, it's not going to take nothing less than 50-50. So why should Terence Crawford take less than 50-50? Good question. All right. Hey,
Hey, but shoot up.
what up?
Hey, they just Michael Knight. Look, you just got me the show. What I'm tripping off of is they talking about Earl gonna clean up his side of the fence. I mean, his side of his side of the PBC and all that, right, to get the belts. But when Jeff Horn got the belt, he asked Jeff Horn, "What's up? Let's do it." And
Oh
he
yeah,
was the top.
yeah. Oh yeah, we remember that. They all had that Jeff Horn energy when Jeff Horn had the belt.
So
It was
why he had the same? Why nobody had the same energy with Terence Crawford when he won the belt?
Come on, man, because they know a problem when they see one. Come on, we ain't stupid. They ain't stupid. His peers know. Manny Pacquiao wanted $40 million for a reason, man. Come on.
Danny Garcia got offered $3 million, and he said, "No, I don't want it."
Yep. Salute to D-Lo 44 Boxing, who's on the stream. Y'all go subscribe to D-Lo 44 Boxing. What's going on, bro?
It was good.
None, man. We just
Man.
talk about this situation. Errol Spence, Ugas payout, the low ball attempt. Is Crawford the cash cow?
And how much did Sean Porter make with Earl Spence?
It was like a $2 million guarantee, I think.
Okay, how much did Sean Porter make with Crawford?
Like 6 or 7.
I think it was $4 million guaranteed, and Bud made over $6 million guaranteed. So Porter got the biggest payday from PBC. I mean, from Top Rank.
Yeah, he did. Sean Porter
With
got
with no belt.
Yep.
And all you gotta do, brother. All you gotta do, brother, is see how many pay-per-views and asses and seats they did, and then tell you whether they made a profit or not.
It don't make a difference. The fighter made a profit. You're
Hey,
not worried about this.
but let's
Wait a
say
minute.
LT. All right, let's say this though. But this pay-per-view thing, because I think pay-per-view is a hit or miss. If what Floyd's saying is true about how the pay-per-view thing works, then what's the point of getting these low-ass guarantees if you ain't gonna see the money to some years later? After everybody else gets paid first. The networks gets their cut, Al gets his cut, the cameraman, the custodians, everybody in the building gets their cut first.
Yeah, if you get guaranteed money up front, I mean after the fight, I'd rather have a guaranteed.
Right. So if Floyd Mayweather saying it's true, you get money from years later. Like, who wants that, bro? 8 years later? Adrian Broner still asking for his $10 million?
You can't pay bills 10 million later. I mean, you can't pay bills years later. You'll be out your house.
Mm-hmm.
And so if y'all, again, if y'all just do your basic math, like we said, Terence Crawford was stuck in that. I gotta give it to Terence Crawford. Hats off to him. He got a good contract with Top Rank. He's getting guaranteed a higher person than any other welterweight. But just because he was guaranteed a higher person than any other welterweight doesn't mean that he was bringing in the revenue for a profit for them.
Listen. He has to if you're paying the money out. What you just said don't make no sense.
No,
so why would you pay money out
it
if you're not bringing the revenue in?
Yes, it does make sense because
How?
During the time, Bob Arum thought that he can get the PBC welterweights in the ring, so he was banking on the fact that I'm gonna get these guys. But he couldn't deliver Spence. He couldn't deliver the other.
No. Spence didn't want to deliver himself. He ducked
what I'm saying, whether it's here, it doesn't matter if it's here or whether he ducked him or not ducked him. What I'm saying is the fact is that the PBCs did not get in the ring with Terence Bud Crawford other than Sean Porter.
Okay, hold on.
Who's not the biggest draw?
Hold on. Let me go back. So when Jeff Horn beat Pacquiao, did Spence offer Jeff Horn up? Yes, he did. So what I got to do with that?
No, I'm not saying.
I'm just saying he offered him up. So you saying that he would? No PBC fighter wants to get in the ring with.
I'm not
Crawford
saying
because they're scared of Crawford.
I'm not debating. But what I'm trying to tell you is I'm not debating on whether or not they're ducked or not ducked. No, I'm not talking about that. All I'm saying is we could agree that they did get in the ring somehow, some way. Correct?
You said who?
That the majority of the PBC fighters, other than Sean Porter, They did not get in the ring, whether it's because they were scared or not scared. It doesn't matter. We can agree that somehow, some way, the fight didn't happen. Correct?
Yeah, but you can understand why the fight didn't happen.
Okay, but that's what my point is. The fight did not happen. So all I'm saying is those big fights, it did not happen. The Earl Spences and the Keith Thurmans, the Danny Garcias, those fights did not happen.
Well, how much did Danny Garcia get for Thurman?
I don't remember. That's
Okay.
been a long time ago.
He got less than $3 million for Thurman. I mean, I'm sorry, not for Thurman, for Spence. They offered Danny Garcia $3 million to get in the ring with Crawford. He ducked it. He said, "No, I'm not taking that." He got less money for Spence.
I don't remember what it was, brother. I don't remember the purses. I don't remember every single person he fights get paid. I just kind of keep it current.
But you got to understand, Mikey Garcia didn't want to fight him. Or he don't like his style.
I remember that.
Thurman asked for $10 million. Only got $2 million against Pacquiao with a belt.
All I'm saying,
we just doing the math. Is that a duck move or not? You asked for $10 million during the pandemic. Pacquiao asked for $50 million during the pandemic, and got less than that when he fought Ugas, and was gonna get less than that when he fought Spence.
Why do you think DAZN is Eddie Hearn's coming out and saying, "Oh, I like Crawford. He's a good fighter, but he's not going to get the purse that he wants
because he ain't got the fight.
Y'all keep saying Bob Arum don't have no money, but he was paying Crawford without pay-per-view, guaranteed.
But what did Bob Arum say? That's what I'm saying. Y'all
listen, Bob Arum was lying. If he was losing money with Terence Crawford that much,
much money as I lost on Terence,
if he was losing that much money on him
in Beverly Hills,
if he was losing that much money on him, why we want to sign him back? Just make that make sense to me.
Oh my goodness.
He want him to come back.
All you gotta do is basic math, bro. Just look up what the seat sold, look up what the pay-per-view sold, and they give you a rough estimate.
We're not worried about what the pay-per-view sold. We worried about what the dude is making.
But what I'm saying is, if Bob Arum had to redo it all over again, all those years ago, when his last fight was Jeff Horn on the last sign of his contract, he would not have guaranteed him such a high purse. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
It doesn't make a difference if Woody would have guaranteed him. That's what he got already.
That's the point. That's the argument is that he said, it was a full mistake for me to guarantee him that high purse because he wasn't worth that. That's what he's been complaining about.
He is worth that. PBC just don't have the money.
Yeah, he's not. He cannot bring in that type of revenue. That's what I'm saying.
If he wasn't worth that, why did he pay him that? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Let me speak on that he made a mistake.
Let me speak on that for a minute.
If he had to redo it all over again, that contract would not have been that high of a guaranteed purse. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It was a mistake.
I want to speak to Lenore directly on this.
Okay,
Lenore, let me ask you this: we see all kind of sports where guys get guarantees and they get big contracts and everything else, right? And when those guys underperform, in those contracts, we see these organizations cut their ties. And we talking about organizations who are a lot more profitable than Top Rank, and they have a lot more going on than just that one guy. It's hard for me to believe that Bob Arum was losing the kind of money he was talking about on Terence Crawford, but they kept him under contract. They kept paying him. They kept putting him in fights. Let me finish, Lenore.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
You've been cooking for a while now.
No, I thought you were done. Go ahead, bro.
So we already know that the Brook fight happened during the pandemic with no attendance. It wasn't on pay-per-view. I don't think it was on pay. No, it wasn't on pay-per-view. So clearly, in that fight, it's reasonable to believe that they may have lost some money on that fight. But when you look at all the fights that Bud has had since he restructured his deal, because he didn't re-sign like people act like his deal was over and he re-signed. He had 2 years left on his deal, and he restructured and got a better guarantee that coincided with the ESPN deal for Top Rank. And with all of that being said, of course, what was being pushed was that they were going to make the big fight. Bomac came out all excited about it, said all those fights y'all want to see are going to happen. He was proud of himself for helping Crawford get that deal. And then we saw what happened. So I give some credence to you saying that they thought they were going to get those PBC guys in the ring. But at the same time, I got to ask you,
go ahead, 2
questions. Do you honestly believe that Top Rank, who doesn't have the greatest track record with putting deals together with any Heyman fighters, and ESPN gave Terence Crawford his fight based on the expectation that they were going to make fights, with that being the main driver with why they gave Crawford the kind of money they gave him, was the expectation that they were going to get those PBC guys in the ring. And the second question is, do you honestly believe with losing that kind of money, they'd have just let the guy's contract just keep going until it ran out? Do you believe that?
Yes, because under contract. And remember, that money does not come out of, maybe you don't know, but the money does not come out of ESPN. The money comes out of Top Rank. Just for you to understand. That's what Bob.
Okay, let me say this. You do know
can I finish?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on.
The money comes out of Top Rank's pocket, not ESPN. People think that comes out of ESPN's money. No, pocket. No, it comes out of Top Rank's pocket, Bob Aaron's pocket. And with that being said, as well, your first question was, do I solely believe that was a reason, or do I solely believe that they guaranteed Terence Crawford a high purse because they believe that they could get those big names in the ring? Is that what your first question was?
Yeah.
Yes, and also because they had the, arguably, at least in their eyes, the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. This guy has huge pay-per-view upside. This guy's an exciting fighter in the ring. We have the Spencers, the Manny Pacquiao's, the Mikey Garcias, the Danny Garcias, the Keith Thurmans. This is going to be a big fight. But
no, they didn't have any of those guys. PBC had those guys.
I'm saying out there to fight. Not saying ESPN had those fighters. I'm talking about we have these guys out there to fight. Because like you just said, you give me some credence to that. So yes, it'd be, when you look at it from the outside looking in, oh yeah, this would be a smart move because we're gonna definitely make some profit on these guys. But whatever happened. They didn't get in the ring. Whether you want to ban Top Break, PBC, or both, it doesn't matter. We can agree that they didn't get in the ring. So that's what happened, and the chips fell where they fell, and that's what I'm saying. That he's not worth. Again, no disrespect. He's an accomplished fighter, but when we're talking about putting the asses in the seats, that's what. And on the business side, Terence Crawford was not bringing in the revenue, so he did not deserve to be guaranteed that high of a purse. It was a mistake on Bob Aaron, and you can tell because Bob Aaron said himself, like, I can build a mansion in Beverly Hills with all the money I lost on Terence Crawford. You think he's lying? That man's like 90-something years old. He got no reason to lie.
Bob Aaron says a lot of stuff, man, that if I were to get on here and repeat, you would question my sanity. Why am I repeating what this man said as if I believe it to be gospel? You know what I'm saying? Like, Bob Aaron was on a clear, it was very clear that Bob Aaron was on a smear campaign when he realized that Bud Crawford wasn't re-signing that deal. Wasn't going to re-sign with his company.
Hey, hold up.
Bud Crawford was pretty much, everybody was asking and speculating that Bud was leaving. And Bud had to skirt around that topic for the better part of a year without saying that he was going to leave. He kept trying to leave it hanging out there that you never know what's going to happen, et cetera, et cetera. But I have to believe, just based on how Bob Aaron was moving, that he had an inclination that Terence Crawford wasn't going to return. We don't know how many times they might have met trying to get something restructured or extended or whatever, and it wasn't happening. And Bud may have even said, let's play this contract out and let's see what happens at the end. Because at the end, Bob Aaron was still talking about doing fights with Terence Crawford. So I wonder why you would still want to do business with a guy that you lost all this money on, and you have an opportunity to wash your hands with him with no strings attached, but you still asking him to continue to do business with your company. That just, to me, that makes me, if I have to answer the question whether I believe Bob to be lying, exaggerating, or telling the truth about the money that he was losing with Terence Crawford, to me, the evidence is more in support that he's probably exaggerating, and it's more about him demeaning Crawford than it is about being accurate about what was going on in his business. And the other thing about that whole situation is that even though he said all of those things, the man was still, you know what I'm saying, steadily talking about making that Josh Taylor fight over and over. You know what I'm saying? And even to this day, before the whole lawsuit thing came out, he still was talking about Crawford versus Taylor. So to me, the evidence supports that he still wants to do business with Crawford for some reason. And the thing about it, when you talk about the money lost or whatever the case may be, the fact is that when they gave Crawford that extension, when they gave him that, when they restructured that deal, people don't restructure deals on hope. They restructure deals on evidence that supports what they're doing. So clearly they had a track record of profit. And then they looked at them, they crunched the numbers and realized, okay, based on the numbers that we've seen thus far, this is an acceptable guarantee for us to give this man, projecting out what we should continue to do. So unless Crawford's numbers just dropped off, I don't think that they were losing the kind of money. I don't think they lost money at all, but I understand people believe what Bob said. I don't think it's not a good business model, regardless of what kind of agreement you had, Terence Crawford, with just one guy. It didn't make sense for them to continue to put on fights with this guy if they were losing the kind of money that Bob Arum is telling you, me, and everybody else they were losing. And we've seen Bob Arum put Mikey Garcia on the shelf. We've seen him put Gamboa on the shelf, and countless other guys that were still under contract, and they had to sue him to get out of their contract. So it's hard for me to believe that he wouldn't have put Terence Crawford on the shelf to stop the bleeding.
Oh man, hold on. Let me read a couple of super chats, man. Salute to Dirty Red for the super chat. He says, okay, Leonard, the expert accountant, how much revenue do they get in advertisement? What about food and beverage percentages at the venue?
Okay, so to answer D-Lo, why would it make sense? Like you said, why would it make sense for why would Bob Arum be lying on and him losing all his money? Why would he? First of all, why would he say that? And second off, if he's supposed to,
all right,
Bob
let me
Arum,
answer that one.
Bob Arum, no, because I let you speak, so you got to do the same thing.
Wait. Before y'all cook, let me read the super chat. Dirty Red. If it's just basic math, they wouldn't pay the real accountant so much money. They would have just hired you already, fam. It's more than what we all know.
Okay, so D-Lo. So tell me, we have Bob Arum, this big time promoter who's promoted Floyd Mayweather and Muhammad Ali. Why would you, if you're a businessman, the man's still in a contract, why would you speak down on your fighter? Because you're gonna lose more money, so now you're gonna turn fans away. Why would you do that? Number one. Number two, if this guy's not a big time fighter or he's a big time fighter, it doesn't matter. Why would you be speaking bad against him? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't. What you're saying doesn't make sense, bro.
It makes perfect sense. It ain't gonna make sense if you don't want it to. But I'll go ahead and answer your first question.
You mean, bro? But that doesn't make. Why?
Let me answer your question. You ask me a question.
Bob Arum is 90-something years old. At this point, he's gonna tell the truth about some things. And when you do the math, with the numbers and all that, it makes sense. All you gotta do is do research on your own end, and you'll find it to be true. Eddie Hearn just came out and said it. We can't offer this guy this high guarantee that he's looking for. He's a great fighter, but we can't offer him that because he's not worth that. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, you gonna let me answer the question? You gonna answer it for me?
No, wait, hold on now. Listen, G-Lo, when you spoke, what did I do? I was quiet, right? I couldn't answer. I wanted to interject.
You just asked me two questions, and by the time you get done, I'm gonna forget what the question was.
I made two statements, bro. You made some statements, and I shut my damn mouth. Now,
you just asked me. You said question one, question two.
But can I?
And then when I started answering, you just talked over.
Can I finish what I'm saying though? Because you asked me you made some statements, and I couldn't even respond. So what I'm saying is, explain why Eddie Hearn, another promoter, again has no ties to Crawford, nothing against Crawford. Why would he come out and say that he's a great fighter, but now he can't guarantee him these high purses that are what he's looking for, which would mean. You ready? And one more thing, which would mean that what Crawford's been getting guaranteed now is too high. But go ahead.
You telling me what the man mean instead of just let me answer what I think about what he said.
Go ahead, bro. Come on, man.
Okay. So I'm gonna answer your last question first.
All right.
So Eddie Hearn, the same Eddie Hearn who came out and said that Spence and Crawford is a 50-50 fight and that people are crazy around here talking like one guy is head and shoulders over the other, etc. When Eddie Hearn said what he said, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out one of the reasons pretty quickly why he would say that. Eddie Hearn doesn't have a welterweight fighter in his stable that it would make sense for him to put it in the ring with Terence Crawford. He's even said that he even said if he had Virgil Ortiz, he would, who is on the zone, but he said he doesn't control Virgil Ortiz. He wouldn't put him in the ring with Crawford. And he elaborated. You know, he said that one or two those statements, and then he went in depth about why he couldn't bring Terence Crawford on board. And he said all the other things you said, but people took one part of it and just left it at that. Eddie Hearn was very clear and concise about why it would make sense for his company to sign Terence Crawford, and it makes sense. I mean, all of the welterweight fighters are either with Golden Boy, Top Rank, or PBC, and we know PBC is welterweight heavy with the guys that are considered the top. So that answers question 3. Your first question, I think you asked me, why would Bob Arum talk down on his own fighter? I already answered that, but I'll reiterate. Bob Arum had a fighter who was not going to re-sign with him. It was pretty evident. Everything that was on the internet, everybody that was making videos, everything that you found was leading toward Terence Crawford leaving Top Rank. Why would I ain't gonna answer a question with a question. I'm gonna say this. I think it would have been advantageous for Crawford had Bob Arum came out and big up Terence Crawford and talked about how great he's doing financially with having Terence Crawford on his team, et cetera, et cetera. I don't think that really does anything for Top Rank. So I think the motive behind what Bob Arum was doing was, I'm not going to make this guy look attractive to these other promoters or any other entity who may come to sign him. I want him in a situation where he doesn't have any other recourse but to sign back with us, so we can make some of this money that we feel like we should be able to make off of it. Mm-hmm. And the last thing you asked me, which was the second thing was kind of like the same thing. You said, why would he talk against his own company? And you said, why would he talk against his own fighter? I don't think he was talking against the company as much as he was the fighter, but Bob Arum is also on record saying that he doesn't think Top Rank does a good job at promoting black fighters. And that, so basically he doesn't really know what to do with a guy like Terence Crawford in terms of marketability. Mm-hmm. So you'd have to ask yourself, why would he say something like that? That's talking against his company, in my opinion.
Okay, and D-Lo, just explain.
Okay. Hey, hold on, because y'all be cooking. Hold up. I got some super chats to read real quick. Salute to Dirty Red. Wait, I read that one. No. Salute to Daryl Hickenbottom. He says Eddie Hearn said that because he don't have no fighters for Crawford, and PBC don't do business with Al Heyman. I think you got that kind of mixed up right there. But yeah, that's what he had to say in regards to what y'all were just talking about.
Hey, D-Lo, just to prove my point here, and then I can give you the article here by Boxing News 24, and this is what Eddie Hearn's saying about Terence Crawford. And this is on record. I can give you the link if you want it after the stream. I'll put it in the private chat here.
I don't need it, right?
Huh?
I won't need your link. Okay, I wouldn't be on here talking about something I didn't have any knowledge about.
Okay.
When I don't know about something, Lenore, I shut the hell up and listen.
Okay. So Eddie Hearn come out and saying, I'm interested because he's a great fighter, but I think we would struggle to deliver the numbers that he would want unless he were sensible. What does that mean?
I mean, that means for the guys that he has to offer Terence Crawford, he couldn't pay Terence Crawford the money that Terence Crawford's been making and that he would probably want. That's what it means to me.
No, he's not. Eddie Hearn's not talking about himself. He's talking about Terence Crawford. He said I, Eddie Hearn, think we would struggle to deliver the numbers that he would want unless he were sensible, said Hearn.
Lenore, ain't that in line with what I just got done saying a few minutes ago?
No,
the man don't have the fighters to put Terence Crawford where they could pay him the kind of money he would have to make.
I'm saying in that quote right there, he's not talking about the fighters at welterweight that he can deliver. He's saying if
okay, Lenore, ask the chat what they think Eddie Hearn is talking about, because I gave you my opinion on it.
But no, but you're changing it because you're changing what you're doing. You're changing what you're. You know what I'm saying, bro? Come on now.
No, you are
It's
changing it, man. The man don't have the fighters. Who?
You just said
Okay,
if he were
is he gonna pay
sensible.
Terence Crawford to fight nobody?
That means he's talking about Terence Crawford.
Okay, but he's gonna pay Terence Crawford to do what, Lennar?
If he were more realistic of what
Lennar, what is he gonna pay Terence Crawford to do? Watch cars?
What are you talking about, D-Lo?
What would Terence Crawford be doing at Matchroom?
I'm talking about what he's talking about.
What would he be doing at Matchroom, Lennar?
You're trying to refer to his.
I'm asking a question. What would Terence Crawford do at Matchroom? Would he be an executive?
Kind of revert back to.
Would he be a secretary, or would he be a fighter?
Sticking at the point where it's saying he's a great fighter, but I think
so. Terence Crawford would come to Matchroom and box, right? He would fight fighters in a boxing match, right?
So, again. But I think we would struggle to deliver the numbers.
Am I right? Is that what he's gonna do over there? He's gonna box, right?
Again, D-Lo, what did it say? Unless he was sensible. He said
sensible to do what? Hold on. Sensible in doing what?
Terence Crawford. I could sign Terence Crawford, but if I'm not gonna sign him, if he's gonna ask for this crazy high guarantee that he's not worth, that's what he's saying.
I didn't see in that article anything about crazy high guarantee.
Oh my!
I think that's some Lenarism.
You talk about that you're gonna let people talk and speak, but I let you speak, but then when I speak, you cut me off.
Hey, hold on. I got another super chat. Salute to King Judah for the super chat. He says, Bud said he wanted a Rusty Thurman ASAP. When asked about Boots, he said he needs rest. Bud is interested in bum and washed up fighters. Stop capping. Wow. Salute to King super chat. Oh man. Wow. He said Bud is interested in bum and washed up fighters. Wow.
But yeah, Bushido, salute to King Judah. But so long.
He said
salute to King Judah, man. Much respect on that super chat.
But yeah, respect. But D-Lo, man, you're gonna have to answer that. You're gonna have to answer it and not talk about he's talking about try to twist it into your narrative about
okay, Lamar, we're gonna act like we in school. What's the direct question? Ask me a direct question. I'm gonna give you a direct answer. What's the question?
I'm saying I'm not asking you a direct question. What I'm
making
a statement. I'm making a statement talking to you. I'm just saying, Matt, what you're saying doesn't make sense. When you're talking, what Bob Arum out of his own verbatim out of his own words is talking about.
Hold on, we talking about Eddie Hearn or Bob Arum? We were just talking about Eddie Hearn.
I misspoke. I'm sorry, Eddie Hearn. When Eddie Hearn out of his own mouth was talking about saying, I unless he was sensible, I can sign Terence Crawford. I do it, but he got to be more sensible about the numbers that he's more realistic. That's more realistic for him. That's what he's saying.
Okay, can I respond to that?
You can respond. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm not even going to ask you a question. I'll make a statement. So Eddie Hearn is going to sign Terence Crawford. He would have signed Terence Crawford to come over there and fight boxing matches. Eddie Hearn only has a select handful of fighters at 147 for Terence Crawford to fight. Eddie Hearn does not have a great business relationship with the PBC. It's even worse than the relationship that Top Rank has with him. Eddie Hearn has fighters at Golden Boy on the zone. They're not his fighters, but they're on the zone, and we know what his controlling stake is in terms of how the boxers run over there. Mm-hmm. And he in the best one in terms of who looks like the best candidate to fight Terence Crawford is Virgil Ortiz. Mm-hmm. Eddie Hearn, matter of factly, said if he had his way, he would not put Virgil Ortiz in the ring with Terence Crawford. So, with that being the case, I think that Eddie is absolutely right based on what he has to work with. I don't think he would be in a position to put Terence Crawford in fights over there. I don't, like he said, and he's done more interviews than the one you're talking about this subject. And he said, I don't have anyone for the guy to fight. He said that matter of factly, point blank, period. I don't have anyone for him to fight. And that's when he got asked about Virgil Ortiz. In which he came back and said, if Virgil Ortiz was his fighter, he wouldn't put him in the ring with Terence Crawford. So that lies logic and reasoning to why he feels that Terence Crawford would have to relax his expectations for purses an awful lot to come fight on Matchroom.
Yeah, so then that proves my point. So that's that. What I'm saying, what dispatches your argument here is that he says, when he says in the quote, and I quote, that he would want unless he was sensible. So that basically, Eddie Hearn's basically saying that, hey, I'll even sign Terence Crawford, but he got to be more realistic about his numbers. He got to lower his numbers. That's what he's saying. He has to lower his numbers in order for him to sign him.
And why would he want him? Why would he want to lower his numbers, Lenore?
He would want him to lower his numbers because he needs to be more realistic. Because number one, he doesn't, like you said, he does not have the fighters, number one, to fight for Terence Crawford.
Is that Terence Crawford's fault?
It may not, whether it's Terence Crawford's fault.
I mean, but I'm saying, what does that have to do? How does Terence Crawford himself, or anything he's done up to this point, how could anything he have done help change that dynamic? That's beyond his control. That's why Eddie Hearn and Matchroom isn't the right place for him.
And I agree. I'm not saying, I agree with you. You know, we don't know. It's unfortunate, but the fights have not been happening to build Terence Crawford up to even a bigger star than what he is right now. But that's what I'm saying is that, again, like he said, all he heard is saying is, I will sign him, but again, we have to be more realistic of where he's at. That's what he's saying. And that's the argument we're trying to make. Yes, is Terence Crawford a great fighter? Yes, he absolutely is a great fighter. But was he worth that high guarantee he was when you're talking about revenue, not accomplishments, but just revenue? No.
Yeah, that's like me saying, I think Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter. But if I would sign him, but in order for me to sign him with the stable of fighters that I got, he would have to be realistic and sensible in his purse demands.
I think we're going in circles here, bro. Hello?
Hold up. Yeah, my bad.
Oh, I thought the stream stopped.
No. I'm over here trying to do something real quick.
And D-Lo, and just to come, and then unless he was sensible, so that means, what is he saying? That his past, going off of his past fights, correct?
No, that's an assumption that's what he's saying. He's going off of what he knows about Terence Crawford's purses, what's out there, and what's public knowledge, or what's perceived as public knowledge. I think he's saying, based on that he couldn't pay the man that to fight the guys that he has over there to offer, and he couldn't get him the fights that were gone. And like I said, a lot of this stuff I'm saying, this isn't even me hypothesizing. Mm-hmm. This is stuff that Eddie Hearn himself said. Like I said, he was interviewed. He was asked about this in depth, and he kind of doubled down and explained why he said what he said. Because in one of the interviews was kind of, I guess for lack of a better understanding, it kind of seemed as if he was trying to get Eddie to condemn Terence Crawford and say that basically what you're saying, that Terence Crawford's overpaid, and Eddie cleared it up and was like, I just don't have the fighters for the guy.
Right.
If for the right fights, the guy's worth, you should be able to make the kind of money he's going to look for. And then he talked about the Spence fight and talked about how how much bigger fight that was, and what he thought the purse split should be, and all that stuff, and all of that.
So he's saying, so then he's saying two conflicting things.
No, it's nothing conflicting about what he said. He doesn't have the fighters.
No, but I'm saying he also talks about in the article that he knows the numbers about what these fighters are making. So if he knows the numbers what these fighters are making, what is he saying, Bushido? I mean, that's D-Lo. What is he saying?
He's saying that he doesn't hate. He couldn't put the fight.
No. When he makes that statement, not talking about what he has in his welterweight stable. Just talking about, we know the numbers. Like, for example, when he says, my idea of being sensible might be ludicrous to Adrian Broner, for example. That's a good example. That doesn't mean we're always right. But we know the numbers. That is the difference. We
can't take out the dynamic that there has to be somebody else that he has to fight opposite him in the ring. We can't just say that Terence Crawford is being unrealistic. It's not like he's going to go work a job and he has an unrealistic salary demand to do a job at a different place. He has to have the bodies to put in the ring with him for them to make revenue. We can't take that part out and act as if that doesn't matter.
Okay. And what I'm saying, so if he knows the numbers of what these fighters are doing on these big promo companies, So what he has seen so far from Terence Crawford, what he did with Top Rank must not be good, correct? Just going based off of that statement.
That's an assumption that I'm not gonna make. I don't understand. I can't. There's not really any correlation to what you're saying to what Eddie said. What Eddie said was pretty cut and dry. He wasn't making a statement about Top Rank's business. He wasn't making a statement about Bud's business with anybody else. He was making a statement about what he perceived Bud would want, based on what he knew about what he was, the kind of money he was making, which he probably knows what we think we know. All right, but he based it on what he had to offer, and he said it's not a good fit, and that was just kind of, I mean, it kind of was cut and dry to me.
Hey,
I don't even really
saying,
like. Honestly, I don't even see why we still talking about it. It was pretty simple.
He's saying he knows.
Hey, hold up, yeah, everybody hit that like button, man. We got 88 people in the building, man. Hit that like button for your boy. Real quick, King Judah, salute for another super chat. He says Bud Trainer said they was in position to force a mandatory with Spence, but chose Horn instead. People still blaming Spence. All right, let me unmute y'all real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, that ain't that. I didn't want to speak to what he just said because I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hear him say that they were in a position to force a Spence mandatory. I heard the other people on the panel saying that, and I heard Bomac pretty much say that they basically had a straight line to Horn because and the reason I want to say that because I want to say something that I hear absolutely nobody talking about. If people really believe that because Bud Crawford was undisputed that he could have pressed and got that IBF mandatory and fought Spence, why in the world is nobody talking about Josh Taylor potentially moving up, getting in the way of this undisputed showdown? Because Josh Taylor's undisputed at 140. Yeah. Surely we ought to hear him talking about moving up, fighting Ugas, Spence. You know what I'm saying? We don't hear that. The only person we ever hear Josh Taylor name mentioned with is the WBO, because the WBO is the sanctioning body who gives these guys a straight line to a champion when they move up.
Yep. Nobody gonna talk about that. Nobody gonna talk about it because Josh Taylor got all the belts. So yeah, he really could move up and bypass Crawford. Period. Really.
But all I say is that is
if that was true, yeah, he could.
You talking about Josh Taylor forcing the WBO mandatory on Crawford?
I mean,
no. My point is, if Bud was in a position that's undisputed to move up to 147 and just challenge whoever had a belt up there because he was undisputed, isn't Josh Taylor in that same position?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, challenge. Yeah, and you're talking about, are you trying to say that? Yeah, I see. Yeah, he's in the same position, so he can challenge. You talking about, but you're saying that people should try to go for him challenging Bud in particular, or what?
No, I don't want to see him go for anything. I want to stay his butt right there where he is, out of the way. But my point is, he is not from my vantage point, for everything I've seen, the man is not in a position to move up and interrupt anything other than, now maybe the WBO would make him a mandatory, but that don't mean he would be the mandatory to jump in the way of undisputed. But as far as the IBF, the WBA, and the WBC, Josh Taylor doesn't have a direct line to a championship if he moves up to 147.
Oh, you don't think he does?
He doesn't, and neither did Bud.
All right, hold on. Let me read another super chat. Salute to Daryl Huckabee for another super chat. He says Bud or Spence don't gain anything at this point of their career fighting boots, no belts or payday. Keith Thurman undefeated in this generation.
They're attacking King Judah in the comments. That's what they do to me.
He says Bomac. Salute to King Judah for another super chat. He says Bomac said his word for word his own video, bro. Yeah, I remember that video. Bomac got caught stumbling. He should have called me in on that one.
No, I don't. You ain't got to defend Bomac. You ain't got to do Bomac his own man. He can defend himself.
IBF was forcing Bud to fight. They were trying to force a mandatory on Lipinets, like 11 days after the fight, bro. After he became undisputed, he dropped the belt, and that's when he moved up. So he didn't even have the IBF belt on his way up.
That's crazy. So you're saying
he wasn't undisputed.
D-Lo, are you saying that Bud cannot go up and challenge Jamel if he wants to?
I heard Jamel moving up.
I'm just saying, let's say he said at 154. Are you saying he can't move up and challenge Jamel if he wants to?
I mean, if he does, it's because Jamel gives him a voluntary. You know, now if Jamel becomes the WBO champion,
right,
and the WBO decide to let Bud, fight for a title right away, then he can.
Okay, so
But
you're saying that it's possible that let's just assume he becomes WBO mandatory.
WBO.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
WBO. Let's assume that. Let's just say he does. So you're saying it is possible for WBO to enforce that, correct?
It is.
Okay.
But look at Demetrius Andrade, right? Demetrius Andrade is WBO champion at 160. He moved up to 168. He has to fight a title eliminator.
Right.
So the rules aren't always in concrete.
Right.
Don't you? Yeah, I see. It's kind of up to them. I see what you're saying, but don't you think that at least Bud, if he really wanted the IBF belt, that he would have at least challenged for it to try and see? Okay, let's see if it works out or not.
Yeah, hit that like button.
You mean despite the fact that the WBO had already gave him a direct line to a title, and
no, I'm talking about
PBC guys and two PBC guys told him to go get a belt.
No. I'm talking about when talking about the IBF, about him moving up 147 to challenge for the IBF belt.
Well, when he moved up to 147, he had already got stripped of the IBF because he wouldn't fight Uga. What's that boy's name? Lipinets.
I'm confused, dude. I'm talking about like him. No, I'm talking about so when Bud was 140 undisputed, right?
Yep. And
then was Spencer champion at that time?
That's what Bushido just told you, that Bud got stripped of the IBF because they were trying to push the Lipinets fight that already pushed off to let him fight for undisputed.
Yeah, right here.
So they took the belt from him.
No, he dropped it. He just dropped.
Well, he dropped the IBF belt.
So he didn't drop the other belts.
I mean, once he moved up, he did, but before he moved, yeah.
So before he moved up, he dropped that IBF belt.
Yeah, they was trying to strong arm him, and he was like, "Nah." He dropped.
Okay. Then that would make sense then.
Well, it's because Lipinets was supposed to get the fight with Blue Meanie. What's the guy's name? Ndongo. But they let Bud and Ndongo fight for undisputed and made Lipinets wait. So as soon as that fight was over, the winner was, basically being pushed by the IBF, and you know how the IBF is. They wanted the winner to go ahead and give that guy his title shot. That's why he ended up getting the vacant belt and then lost the belt right back against Mikey in the next fight.
Oh, so you're saying if Bud tried to challenge for the IBF going up to 147, he couldn't have because he would have dropped the belt.
I guess he could have got in the rankings.
That's what I'm saying. Like, could he have? So would he have? So this is what I'm saying. This is what kind of confuses me with the belt bodies here.
Man, everything about the belt bodies is confusing.
So would he have been ranked up at 147 then at an IBF?
I would think so. I mean, I would think so, being a former champion.
Okay, so and that's what I'm saying. So if he would have been ranked, but if he would, I was wondering if he could have enforced it, even with him dropping on the IBF, could he have enforced it at 147? That's interesting.
Well, the IBF already has mandatory
at 147.
Yeah, hold up. You said I missed a super chat. Hold up. I don't know what you're talking about, King Judah. Wait, is it this one? He says Bud suing Bob for not making the Spence fight, but Bud is on record saying he's not interested in the Spence fight at least 5 times. Clown. Is that the one you talking about?
But the only thing that doesn't make sense to me is that why would Bomac be stumbling if they ask him a question like, why didn't he just go the IBF route? Why would he be stumbling and say, well, we just chose to go to the WBO route?
Lenore, you know how sometimes you get on a panel and everybody else on the panel is against you.
Yeah,
they want you off the panel.
And then he had
against me. Yeah,
whole bunch of the talking dudes up on there, ganging up on the OG. If I was there, it would have been. I would have shut it down. But Bomac got jumped and he just stumbled on that. So then
I got jumped too. I know how it feels.
You know how I feel when you get to see the Bomac. He got jumped, bro. He got jumped. I mean, it happens on he got cyber jump, bro.
Hey, you know what, Bushido? The first video I saw about it was yours. Yep. You would talk about, you were saying some of the same stuff you said now about he got tripped up. He should have called you. He needed some help. Then I went back and watched a little bit of it. So King Judah, I will go back and try to. Well, I ain't gonna go back. I ain't gonna lie. I don't watch that channel. But I did watch when I saw when I saw Bushido's video, I did, go watch a little bit of it and try to, to catch that little bit. So I might have missed him saying what you're saying. He said, I don't mean to sound like I'm calling you a liar. If you say that he said that until I see otherwise, I'm gonna take your word on it. So I appreciate you clearing that up.
Hey, hold on. Let me read another super. Salute to Mark D. Down. He says, it's the end of the world. Stay safe, fam. Prayers up for Ukraine. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
shit, that's crazy what's going on in Ukraine.
Yeah, man. That's crazy, right?
They might have to draft you, Bushido.
I think if we really think about it real quick, we don't really talk about this type of stuff, but this could be the beginning of some like bigger shit, bro.
Yeah, World War III.
Yeah. Russia? Like, how many people?
Yeah, Putin pretty much done threaten anybody that get involved that they gonna see something that they ain't never seen before.
I think Putin said two things. He said that after he takes Ukraine, he's gonna go into more Western Europe, and then all those countries are NATO countries. So it's about to
he's trying to be a conqueror then, huh?
Because it used to be part of the USSR. Russia used to expand from all the way to the east, all the way to the tip of the west, where like UK and stuff, and mostly was at shit like that.
Well, it wasn't Russia; it was the Soviet Union. So they're trying he's trying to put the Soviet Union back together.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Yep, he's trying to put the Soviet Union back together because in Ukraine, I heard the president and everybody over there, they ready to fight. That's what I heard.
I think they need you on the front line.
Shit.
I guess because you like those martial arts, so you can be the Black Samurai, man.
Man, we gotta see how this thing plays out, man. We got videos of it on the internet.
I mean, that's a crazy situation. But I don't want to get drafted. They like young men. They'll draft young men quick.
Nah, see, I'm too old for that. Well, not really the draft. No, they'll snatch my ass up.
And they're gonna be like anybody who's strong bodied and able.
Yeah. But shit, man. But back to the topic, man. The numbers, man. Errol Spence getting a low number for this fight with Ugas. I mean, this is the alleged numbers, but I mean, who's really the cash cow? You know what I'm saying? Who's really they about equal if anything, man. This is why 50-50. I mean
60-40.
I mean, at best, if Spence do some record-breaking numbers with Ugas, then I could be like, yeah, 60-40.
If record-breaking,
yeah, that means
what do you have to do? Record-breaking?
I mean, shit, better than what he did with Mikey.
No, he's not gonna do better than we did with Mikey. Not in these times, especially with this war and these oil prices going up now.
Oh yeah, the oil price.
Yeah, oil will go. Hell no. And inflation skyrocketing, and you think you're gonna do more better than you did, Mikey? No.
Yeah.
That's pre-pandemic. That was a different world then.
Man, they be lucky if they fucking get like. I bet you Spence Ugas probably do about. I say they probably do about a good realistically because they go lie and say go do more, but I say it's probably gonna at least do. I say close to 200.
That's what I'm saying. I think the same thing. 150 to 200, somewhere in between there.
Yeah, because people just not buying pay-per-views no more, man.
They're not. And they're not buying pay-per-views. What do you think is going to do, D-Lo?
What's that? I'm working at the same time, man. What you ask?
We're in agreement. Me and Bushido be like around 200K at most. Is probably what the Spence Ugas going to do.
What did Ugas versus Pacquiao do? Y'all know that off the top of your head?
250. 250.
Yeah, they play around. They always
250.
50 though, but I don't even think
I'll say somewhere between 190 and 220.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
we're all kind of around the same range here.
Yep. Say about that 190, 220 realistically. They gonna say it's gonna do like 350 though. Like 300. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna boost the number. Salute to King Judah for another super chat. He says, wait. He says, so we go ignore Bud's best opponent was Porter on the verge of retirement, who was forced to fight him in the first place. Dude wants the week. Salute to King Judah.
Shalom, brother. Shalom.
He said Bud wants the week. Oh, man.
King Judah's going off over there.
Yeah.
King Judah's going off over there, man.
Sean Porter was the first one to step up to face Terence Crawford, man. Everybody else pump faking. Errol Spence don't want to say his name. I'm gonna get the other one. Man, come on, bro. What's the other one, dog? Like, come on, you didn't want to say his name. Sean Porter got in the ring with this dude. We saw what happened. They quit. They threw in the towel. Like, man, no. We seen what he do when this happens. They got him up out of there.
So we going was Porter on the verge of retirement who was forced to fight him in the first place? Dude wants the week. I mean, with that fight though, you know, I give Bud his credit. That is his best opponent, though. I said that. I'm on record of stating that that's his best opponent in my opinion. But it's funny how, Porter was coming out talking about retirement.
Hey, Porter said, hey, it's all just to water down the beat down. That's all. Crawford was playing with Porter. Since they wanted to play that game, Crawford was playing with the dude. If you go back and watch that fight, he was toying with Porter.
He wasn't toying with Porter. Porter was giving him all he can handle.
No, he couldn't. He was toying with that dude. So he like, oh shit, I'm losing. Oh shit, let me go ahead and turn it up. We got him up out of there.
That's overrated, bro. People act like he made a switch. Like, oh, I gotta make an adjustment to win this fight. He act like that killer mode came on. It was already Crawford was. You could tell Crawford started to come on stronger and stronger, anyways, by the last couple of rounds.
Bro, Spence couldn't do it.
Spence couldn't do it because Spence wasn't even at his best.
Come on, that was before the accident.
No. He not because of the accident, but because he wasn't focused and he didn't have a strength and conditioning coach.
Yep. All that. Crawford don't even need all this and all that. He do all his own shit, bro.
Crawford has a strength and conditioning coach. Earl Spence doesn't. Just in this fight, now we're gonna see him back with a strength and conditioning coach the first time in years. That makes a difference. People are like, huh?
I ain't gonna lie. Spence look like he in shape.
Y'all no, beat Rashida. Don't back down now.
Nah, he look like he in shape. I get credit. I ain't gonna. He look like he in shape.
We about to get that Lamont Peterson Errol Spence. We about to get that Lamont Peterson Errol Spence. That's Spence
guy.
Huh?
That guy's long gone. That was
that's the Spence that really puts fear into these niggas' hearts.
Man, Crawford was looking for that smoke. Crawford been looking for that smoke, bro.
That's the Spence that you know. You say when you say that Spence is long gone, you know if that Spence comes back to form, that's an all-time great Spence right there. That's a Spence that cannot be beat.
We gonna see if he can do it.
We'll see because now if
got beat up and roughed up against Porter, but Crawford, you know.
But shoot, let me say this though. So if that Spence comes back, I know it's gonna make you reassess some things. Like, oh no. Bushido.
What up? Hold on.
I was saying if that Spence comes back, I know that's gonna make you and the whole Terence Crawford fan base on YouTube. That's gonna make y'all reassess some things.
Yeah, hold up. What?
What happened?
Are you kidding me?
What happened?
Hold up. I'm trying to get this PS5, bro. That shit sold out, and bro, no, there's no way in hell that shit sold out that fucking quick, bro. There is no way in hell this damn PS5 sold out that damn fast, bro.
Damn.
No way. There is no way in hell. That's why I've been so quiet. Because I'm over here trying to catch the good shit, man. Nah, bro. No way it sold out. It just hit 11.
1100?
No, 11 o'clock.
Where you from, man?
Chicago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you ahead of me.
Hey, spot, man. Yeah, but yeah, we gonna have to see what Spence
see, because that's the Spence that really that made us fall. See, that was the Spence that was whooping Floyd Mayweather's ass. So again, if that Spence can come back, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
And you know it too. You can agree, and your fan base saying it too. So they're like,
nah.
you know?
I'm over here looking at this shit. Nah,
Your fat mate saying it too, Bushido, because y'all both saying it. Y'all like, that's Spence is long gone. Don't worry about him coming back. Yeah, because y'all know that puts fear into y'all hearts.
man, he wasn't even stopping nobody, bro.
He was stopping everybody. Yeah, what are you talking about?
And let's be honest about Lamont. Lamont, if you want to talk about Porter was on his way out, Lamont was on his way out. Lamont
Yeah, he was.
Lamont was arguably shot.
Yeah,
He still had some dog in him.
yeah, he was. He was. I mean, he was past it. But I mean, he still had an Errol Spence who was still relatively unexperienced. I mean, that was his first fight as a champion. You know what I'm saying? Relatively unexperienced. You know what I'm saying? First title defense ever. So that's still pretty inexperienced. You're talking about guys who's had 3 or 4 successful title defenses and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hold on. Salute to King Judah for another super chat. He says Ugas told Bud to shut up before he beats him again.
Hey, King Judah, shalom, bro. Shalom.
Hey, hold on. Salute to King Judah for another super chat. He says, what about Bud in the ocean trying to find Nemo, calling Spence out only after negotiations between Spence and Ugas in the first place? His fans got me going broke. What? Thanks for the super chat, man.
Bushido, you never counted my super chat, man. I super chatted you like 2 live streams ago or something.
Man, hell no. I don't never remember you.
I did give it to you. What? But you didn't see it, I guess.
Oh shit, I probably didn't, dog.
I wouldn't be lying to you.
Hey, that's he said what? He said Bud in the ocean. Yeah, he was looking for Spence, bro. Spence been pump faking on this fight, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Same old.
Pump faking.
Do this same old. All right, bitch. I'm gonna get up out of here, man, and you know what I'm saying, cook it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out there too, man. But yeah, man. I appreciate everybody for stopping in. Go subscribe to D-Lo 44 Boxing. Salute to LT. You know, he always holds your boy down. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all be coming for him in the comment section, but he's still here like a soldier. You know what I'm saying? He don't duck, he don't run. LT is here. You know what I'm saying? So salute to LT.
Yeah, and most of y'all niggas talking about me, y'all never supported Bushido. Y'all don't like his content, don't comment on it, and never gave him a super chat. So I don't want to hear it.
Nah, but man, I'm much love to everybody in the in chat. I'm about to get up out of here. Got to pack it in, man. Like, subscribe, man. Peace out.